Bismillah. Welcome to another organic substance. 5% was the organic matter or solid matter. Of those 5%, one group was the living and the other was the non-living. This organic matter is the non-living part of the system. You can see only 5% organic matter is there. This 5% then contains living and non-living, both of them. Organism, in this case, you can see 10% are organism, 10% roots, and 5% again the humus content is there, organic matter is there. What is organic matter? This is a definition which is a little bit elaborate, given by Fernandez. He says that organic material are the fraction of the soil that includes approximately by weight. According to USDA and ARC system, it includes 5% living organism, 10% crop residue, 35 to 50% decomposing organic matter active fraction, 33 to 50% stable organic matter, or which we call humus. This is another definition: soil organic matter. It is the non-living heterogeneous mixture composed largely of litter produced by living organism and products resulting from microbial and chemical transformations of organic debris. Debris means matter, litter. There are two sources. One is the primary source, other is the secondary source. Primary source are the plants, their leaves, shoots, roots, fruits, seeds, crops generally may contribute one or 10% to 1/3 of the plant, or you can say 1/10 to 1/3 of the plant tops, whichever is left in the field, in the form of the roots, in the form of fallen leaves, and all those parts which belong to the plant, but they are left in the soil. Secondary source, definitely secondary source, are the animals, their secretions, waste metabolic products, and ultimately their dead bodies. Although there are always controversy. What controversy is there regarding the benefits of organic matter? That is, some people think this is beneficial, something harmful. Yet, significant benefit outweigh the harmful effects. Lekin the number of the goods, the number of the beneficial act is more than its harmful nature. Soil is a complex multi-component system of interacting material imparting specific properties. Soil, definitely, when it is formed from the rock, it is a mineral, or mineral does not contain any organic matter or organism, but since it is a multi-component system, these multi-component system then includes the biotic part, the aerial part, the physical part, chemical part. So a complex of materials, they are there. Precise definition of organic matter would be: the term humus is synonymously used for soil organic matter. Synonymously means both ways. It includes all organic material in the soil, including humic substances. But on the other hand, contrary to this, opposite to this, the term humus is frequently used to signify only the humic substances. So humus may be used as a blanket word of all things, litter, duff, decayed, undecayed, and ultimately humus. But these two can be distinguished. Whereas the term organic matter generally represents the organic constituents in the soil, including, this is what I said now, including decayed plant, animal tissues, their partial decomposition products, and the soil biomass. This includes this organic matter now further explained. It includes excretions, secretions, all metabolic waste and dead bodies of animals or plants or microbes or dead bodies of living organisms. The term organic matter SOM includes three types of substances: identifiable high molecular weight organic material such as polysaccharides and proteins; high molecular weight organic matter, which are identifiable; simpler substances such as sugar, amino acids, and other small molecules; and finally, the complete decayed powdery substance, humic substances. These three are the components of any organic matter. Soil organic matter, most of the organic compounds synthesized by the organisms. Majority of them, they are synthesized, they are formed by the living organisms. Herbivores, detritivores, they chew, tear, shred, or cause fragmentation, breakdown of the litter tissue. Litter is always the substance which is present, you can see on a heap of a गंध और डेरान गंदगी के ऊपर जो चीज़ें नज़र आती हैं वो लिटर कहलाता है. एनिमल्स एक्ट फिजिकली और केमिकली. जितने भी एनिमल्स होते हैं दे फिजिकली एंड केमिकली एक्ट. They physically break down, physically cut down, physically chew down, physically they change them into smaller fragments, and chemically also they work on. Microflora cannot work physically, they work only chemically. Microorganism may accomplish or complete some 80 to 90% of the soil metabolic activities, or you say decomposition processes, yeah, decay process. So microbes are responsible for converting crude organic matter into humic substances. This is a chart. You can see soil organic component. Two components are there. Soil organisms are there, which we have already done, micro, macro. Then the soil organic matter, which is now being under discussion. It has two components: unaltered material, the material which has not been changed, unaltered, still it is there. It has litter and duff, two varieties. And then the transformed material, that material which is chemically, physically has been transformed. Transformed material again has two categories: non-humic, which contains polyurides, polysaccharides, and the humic substances, which is humus, humine, humic acid, fulvic acid. These are the so this is overall chart which shows you the breakup of the soil organic component. Unaltered material. Unaltered, as the name says, it has not been changed, it has not been modified. Keep in mind, अगर आप किसी देहात से ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं, घर में ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं, तो आप देखें गंदगी जो हम जमा करते हैं तो उसमें वो फल, पौधे, जड़ें, हड्डियाँ सब कुछ नज़र आता है. जिस हीप पे हम फेंकते हैं वहाँ भी वो नज़र आता है. डेरा इन द पास गंद पुरूती, you can identify it. So the first layer is the litter layer, L layer, or 0-1 layer. Three names are litter, L layer, or 0-1. Undecayed, non-transformed, identifiable material which can be identified. जितने वेले दा बूटे दे दा पिशोमड़ा पड़ता दा दा बिल्ली मरी हुई है या ये फ्रूट है, सेब है, केला है. इसके बाद जो थोड़ी बहुत डिके हो जाती है तो शेप ज़रा चेंज हो जाती है. उस चेंज शेप को partial decay occurs. Materials are partially identifiable. They are known as duff, fermentation, or 0-2 layers. Duff, fermentation, or 0-2 layer. They can be partially आइडेंटिफाइड बाई पार्शियल मीन्स अगर पत्ते पड़े हुए तो आप शायद कह सकते हैं जी पत्ते हैं, फ्रूट पड़े हुए तो आप कह सकते हैं जी कि पत्ते हैं, पार्शियल आइडेंटिफिकेशन है। बाज़ औक़ात कोई जानवर मरा हुआ है तो यू कैन से कि कोई जानवर मरा हुआ है लेकिन इट इज़ नॉट आइडेंटिफाइबल to the category in which it can be placed as a litter. So next stage is the partially decayed material और partially decayed है तो ज़ाहिर है partially identifiable है, किसी हद तक आइडेंटिफाई हो सकता है। ये आप देखें 3 कंडीशंस आपको बता रहे हैं। पहला जो है लिटर है, एल लेयर है, 0-1 लेयर है, अनडिकेड मटेरियल है, नॉट ट्रांसफॉर्म मटेरियल आइडेंटिफाइबल है। इस तस्वीर में आप देखें अंडे आइडेंटिफाई हो सकते हैं, फ्रूट हो सकते हैं, आलू हो सकते हैं, पत्ते हो सकते हैं, थिंग्स लाइक दैट दे आर आइडेंटिफाइबल, बट दिस इज़ अ वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट, लिटर है। नाउ ये जब थोड़ा डिके हो जाता है तो देन दिस इज़ नोन एज डफ fermentation or 0 layer. Partial decay, again you can see grasses are there, some pieces are there, and finally this brown humus layer जिसको हम कहते हैं, तो humus is a completely decayed complex resistant brown or dark brown amorphous powdery non-sticky non-plastic and colloidal matter. इसका कलर ब्राउन हो सकता है, डार्क ब्राउन हो सकता है, एमार्फस है मतलब कि कोई शेप नहीं है, पाउडरी है, नॉन स्टिकी है, नॉन स्टिकी स्टिक नहीं करेगा, नॉन प्लास्टिक है, यू कैन नॉट मोल्ड इट, और ये कोलाइडल मैटर है। ज़मींदार लोग पश्तों में इसको कहते हैं जी कि मड़सारा डेरान दवेख ना रोजी अगर डेरान वेख दे आतोर दक का ह्यूमस थे जो गंदगी के हीप में से 6 महीने साल बाद निकलता है, खोते हैं, तो that portion is, if you can see these 3 pictures physically, later identifiable है, colored, even color identifiable है, दूसरा जो है partial है, तीसरा बिल्कुल brown amorphous भुरभुरी substance है. This is the part which is more important and which is used by the plants. It is ready. Formation of humus is known as humification. Next stage would be the mineralization. Minerals are released from the humus layer. So unaltered material, transformed products. Transformed products में क्या होता है कि products are changed into humus layer, has no morphological resemblance to the material from which it has been derived. कोई पता नहीं लगता जिस तरह की तस्वीर में नज़र आ रहा है कि ये पत्तों से बना है, एनिमल से बना है, उनके वेस्ट से बना है, गोबर से बना है, किस चीज़ से, not completely different from the material from which it has been formed. It completely differs physically, chemically, biologically from the material from which it has been formed. This is known as humus layer. Humus is a mixture of complex compound. It is not one compound, not one material, complex of compounds, chemical compounds, which have been synthesized, made. Synthesis has been done by soil microorganism from products of breakdown of alteration of the original organic matter or organic material. या वो जो गंदगी है जिसको हम गंद कह रहे थे वो ये है. The process of formation of humus is called humification. The processes up to the formation of humus, they are termed as humification. Humification next stage is the release of the minerals through biogeochemical cycles. वो mineralization कहलाएगी. Thus, humus is a decomposed, complex, resistant mixture. Resistant इसलिए कह रहे हैं कि further decomposition नहीं होती, बस mineralization हो जाती है. Humus is a decomposed, complex, resistant mixture of brown or dark brown, amorphous, powdery, non-sticky, non-plastic, and colloidal organic substances that result due to the activity of the microbes or decomposition processes and synthesis. ये आप देखें, अगर आप नेचर में देखें, दिस इज़ अ सॉइल प्रोफाइल, आई गॉट इट फ्रॉम द नेट. ऊपर आप देखें ग्रीन वेजिटेशन इज़ देयर. दिस वेजिटेशन में लिटर भी होगा, डस्ट भी होगा. फिर टुगेदर ऑन द सरफेस लेयर पे है. थोड़ी सी ब्लैक लेयर आपको नज़र आ रही है. दिस ब्लैक लेयर इज़ द ह्यूमस लेयर, and then after humus layer there is the original soil without any organic matter. So these are the 3 or 4 different layers which you can see whenever you dig a normal soil. Thank you very much. This is part 1 of this